The Pascagoula River in Mississippi has been called the Singing River because of the strange musical sound that's sometimes heard coming from it. Some say this because the river is home to a mysterious aquatic creature that sings to people who are near the water. Some people believe this creature is a mermaid, while others believe it's something else entirely. Others say science can explain the phenomena. You may be wondering what the river sounds like. People describe it as a flute-like hum, while others compare it to rubbing the rim of a crystal goblet. The sound itself is real enough, although rarely heard, but the origin of it is where it gets interesting. Let's investigate some of the legends about the Pascagoula River mermaid and see what could be behind the legends of this mysterious musical sound. According to one legend, a local tribe once worshipped an aquatic creature who lived in the river. Sometime around 1540, European explorers and missionaries entered the area. They tried to convert the natives to Christianity. The mermaid was greatly angered by this. She rose up from the bottom of the river, singing, come to me, children of the sea. Neither bell, book, nor cross shall win ye from your queen." As the mermaid sang, every man, woman, and child in the tribe walked into the river and disappeared. The European explorers were horrified by what they had seen and fled in fear. A similar legend involves the Pascagoula and Biloxi tribes. The two tribes coexisted peacefully until the chiefs of the tribes came into conflict over an attractive woman. This resulted in the more powerful Biloxi tribe attacking the weaker Pascagoulas. The outnumbered tribe decided to die at their own hands instead of being killed or captured as slaves. They joined hands and sang a mystical song as they marched into the river to drown themselves. The singing sound is said to be the phantom tribe singing from beneath the water's surface. Some say the attackers were European soldiers instead of another native tribe, but otherwise the story is the same. Another legend tells the tale of a beautiful Native American woman who was kidnapped by a group of English sailors. They took her away from her home for years. However, she was eventually able to escape from captivity and return to the Pascagoula River. Due to the trauma she experienced, she died soon after her return. Upon her death, she took on the form of a mermaid and plunged into her beloved river. She now lives in the river, singing her sad song. A similar legend involves a shaman and a curse instead of sailors. In this version, the woman is cursed by the shaman after rejecting his advances. The curse caused her to become a mermaid and to live alone forever in the river. Another story about the mermaid of the Pascagoula River involves a group of French settlers who came into the area during the 17th century. The settlers were camped near the river when they heard the singing sound. They went to investigate, and they saw a beautiful mermaid in the middle of the river, singing. The settlers were so captivated by her beauty and her song that they followed her into the river and drowned. As the area became more populated over the decades, reports of the musical sound were mentioned in newspapers from time to time. One article that was published in the July 24, 1892 edition of the New Orleans Times-Picayune contained a description from a reporter who had heard the river sing. Of course, tourism also played a role in the 20th century. Starting in the 1920s, postcards sold to tourists told of the legendary Singing River. Now, what does science say about the Singing River phenomena? Some researchers say that the noisy phenomenon is caused by a water hammer effect. This occurs when a sudden change in water pressure causes the water to vibrate. You may have heard this in a house when pipes have made noises. This can sometimes have a musical sound, although it's more often harsh and annoying banging. The sinkholes and other natural underwater formations in the area could, under the right conditions, cause vibrations sufficient to create a sound that can be heard for miles around. Some researchers think that the movement of fish could contribute to the creation of the right conditions for the sound. After all, there are some large species of catfish and gar that are native to the area. Their size and movement could make someone think they were seeing a mythical creature under certain conditions, thus accounting for the mermaid sighting as well. Will you hear the singing yourself if you visit the beautiful and mysterious Pascagoula River? Probably not. It does take being in the right place at the right time to hear the river sing. It's unlikely that you'll find the conditions to be just right during your visit. Although you could get lucky and hear it, I'd recommend saving up your luck for the casinos in Biloxi. If you want to try your luck at hearing the river sing, you can try the Pascagoula River Audubon Center in Moss Point. If you want to travel by boat on the Pascagoula River, try Eco Tours of South Mississippi in Gautier. While I haven't been on one myself, I've heard good reports about these tours. If you get hungry during your visit to the area, check out Brady's Steaks and Seafood, especially during oyster season. Let me know in the comments if you would like for me to continue to throw in some local travel info in these videos. I've visited many of them over the years, and that was part of my inspiration for creating this channel. Unlike some paranormal tales, the Pascagoula River mermaid legend does have a strong basis in fact, the singing sound. But I don't think a mythical creature is the cause. So, what are your thoughts on it?